Well, a couple of months ago, the prediction was that mortgage interest rates would be going up into the summer. We'd be closer to 6%. But then the financial landscape changed with what's going on in Europe. And now, not only did the rates not increase, they dropped to all-time lows. So the question facing homeowners, should I refinance? Joining me now is Drew Miller from Beneficial Bank. Thanks for being with me.
My pleasure.
So what should a homeowner ask themselves as they're saying, look at these rates dropping, should we refinance?
Well, I guess the first thing you want to find out, what do they really want to get out of the refinance? The old rule of thumb used to be that rates had to drop, 1% or 100 basis points to make it worth your while. But right now, homes are a lot more expensive, so mortgages are a lot larger. So do the math and figure out how long you're going to be in the house and see if that offsets any of the associated expenses with the refinancing.
And you should know that you need a higher FICO score than ever, right? All of that.
Yeah, FICO score used to be 620 was the cutoff line to what was considered below that was subprime. That whole number has changed. And the other thing people should do is you can get, a free copy of your credit bureau report at least once a year.
Right.
And there's 3 different bureaus.
We always tell people that,
Make sure there's no inaccuracies in there.
Before you go in and start doing it. All right. And then let's talk about the financing, because that's part of the cost. So you look at, okay, here's what we're paying now. Here's what we would pay with the new rate, which is this week what? Right
now, you can get a 30-year fixed-rate 0-point mortgage somewhere between 4 3/4 and 4.875.
Okay, so we look at the difference in the mortgage payments that we would make, but then we also have to consider closing costs. Tell me about that.
Well, you'll have closing costs associated with it, and they'll wind up giving you a disclosure. So let's just say, for example, closing costs are $10,000, and you say, okay, and the difference in my monthly payment's $200. You divide one by the other and says, okay, I'm going to be at break even at 4.2 years, whatever the case may be. And the other option is if individuals have sufficient equity in their home, they can refinance the closing costs. They can roll it right into the refinance, so there's no out-of-pocket expenses for them.
That's great. So do the math, call your bank.
Yeah, absolutely. Sit down and call the bank, run through some of the different scenarios you want to do. And, there are people who will take some cash out on a refinance to do home improvements, college tuition, other investments, things of that nature. Well, now's the time to start figuring it out.
Absolutely. Because the rates are pretty darn low.
Yes.
Thanks.
Thank
Drew.
you.
Appreciate it.